Hey, look, Rob's here. Oh, that's sad. Oh, I'm back here. Welcome. Hello, Rob.
Back where you belong.
Rob, when did we stream? Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
You've had 4 days to just, I don't know, get some cushions. Anything.
What are you talking about? It's perfect. There's no echo.
Dampen that echo.
It'll happen.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Our weekly pretend to draw stream. We're drawing frogs tonight.
With your drawing ability, it might be hard for some people to
I've
tell.
never drawn a frog. I've never inked a frog before. Hold on a sec before we get to me not drawing. Added Alien Alamo to CG Now.
Mm-hmm.
I also added
the website you take all credit for and don't even mention me once. That website?
Yes, that website. Unforgettable Tales 4 as well. Every time I add a new book, I like to tweet it out and, let the person know that it's there. Look at that. Just ordered mine. Can't wait. This looks awesome. The system works. It's
awesome, man. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
It was. I am full of them. I'm full of them.
So, what's this? Are you trying to impress Ethan or what's going on here?
Ethan does not own frogs in comics. It's like...
Doesn't he, though? So you got like this crazy looking werewolf, and then we flick over to Michael's stream and we got a frog.
Mm-hmm. This is what I always said. Like, I'm trying to take the glamour out of comic book making. Get back to the reality. And I want to show, like, people. I want people to know, hey, you can do this too. Like, look at me. But the frog is one grain of sand that goes into a comic, which becomes a pile of sand, which, I mean, okay, maybe I'll say 1 grain of gunpowder, and then you put it into a pile of gunpowder and you set it up, boom, comic. There you go. How's that for an analogy?
Terrible. I actually tuned out halfway through. I couldn't even focus on the whole thing.
God damn it. I actually had Aldous talking to me backstage the other day. He was saying, everything doesn't have to be so perfect. It's good to just get stuff out. And I was like, is Aldous talking to me? Like, who are you talking to? Like, I am not the guy who's gonna, like, I need my art to be perfect. That's just not me at all. And these are the first frogs I've ever drawn, by the way. I don't recall ever drawing a frog in my life.
Wow.
Before.
That's sad.
So
I love how you just threw Malin under the bus. Playing Cross. It didn't even.
Oh, Kelsey Sims. Well,
didn't
John
even
knows
hesitate.
this. I rate his art very highly as well, so he knows that.
Just under Kelsey. I don't know. I reckon like everyone says, this artist is better than John and this artist is better than John, but if you were walking down a dark alley at night and you were going to get into an art fight, I think I'd want John Malin drawing it.
Out of all the artists?
I don't know, man.
What
I think
an art fight.
Well, I think like if you have to draw something to stop you getting bashed, I think John Malin will be able to make that happen.
All right, so we're thinking West Side Story of art, right?
Yeah.
You're walking down a gay alley.
And then they get like the two pens in the middle and they start circling around each other.
That's exactly right.
The spotlight comes on. What are you talking about, Rob?
I don't know.
He was saying to me earlier that if he had to make a skin suit out of one of them, and I remember thinking, why are we talking about this? It was extreme, but different strokes for different folks.
I knew you grew up on the wrong side of the tracks, Rob, but I didn't know you were getting into art fights.
Oh, you know what happens in the hood stays in the hood.
In the hood of North Melbourne. Best laid plans of Mice and Men. He says that he's going to do a simpler style. He's going to try to do a simpler style. But
damn,
he has to really... Wow. All right. I see your Mice and Men. Hang on, Mel's put it back up on the shelf. I was going to bring out my white-faced dick. Mel's put it back on the shelf.
It's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. Jesus.
Another classic. you
Yeah.
know. Of course, A Brush with the Chinese too,
Mhm.
included in there.
That was my first Melville.
Mo Biggs, Rob streams from an empty room so he can hear his spoken words echo as loudly as his thoughts.
Jeez.
I imagine when you bang on the side of Rob's head where there's no hair, it goes like, like that.
Bancroft, this is like the most amount of drawing you've ever done on a stream.
Yeah, he's zooming it
You
through the
say that every time.
No, it's usually not even this done by now.
You've done all of this on stream. This was blank when you started.
There were outlines.
No, I mean there's a
small.
there's rough
Yeah. This is
pencils.
definitely the most you've done on stream.
Oh, you're inking now. I see.
I better call Mel
I like
and
it.
give her a bonus.
Eric Von Stugel says the mail-in simpage is sickening. Yeah,
It is
He's
what
used
it
to
is.
yeah.
You earned that simpage
Yeah, you do by being a human shield for Comicsgate at the beginning.
over
It's
many
one way.
years.
Why don't I have any simps?
You will. 2,000, no, it's legit. 2,000 books, 2,000 comics sold in a campaign. That's legit indie comic numbers,
Yeah, there's got to be some people that like it. It's bound to be 2,000.
Oh my god.
Why did you decide that the reader really needs a frog ass shot, Bancroft?
Frog perspective, So there's two guys here chatting, and here's the frog just looking up at him like, "What are you guys talking about? Talking about me?"
Yeah. It's a
Why
symbol of
not a
change,
frog ass shot?
Yeah,
right?
It's the
It's a
frog
symbol of
POV
change
panel.
metaphorically.
Frog POV panel. You're right. Get in
That's right.
there.
Don't type that into Google.
Did you see that video of the frog taking that ginormous crap? Did you
No,
see that?
no one looks
I
this
don't
up.
believe I have. No.
My God.
Lord.
I wonder if I should find it. Do you want me to find it? I think you do, don't you?
That seemed like an asked and answered.
Yeah.
It seems like you want to find it. So
Pete Callan, this looks more like point of view of a monkey about to have his way with the frog. There's no monkey behind him. It's a one animal analogy.
Your super chat, Bancroft.
This frog has a grandma ass. This frog actually has more of an ass than a real frog does. I've actually pumped up the booty a little bit. So
I
that
thought
there's
you were
something
going to
to
say
work with here.
more of a
I thought you were going to
cloaca.
say this frog has more of an ass than my grandma.
Yeah, I thought you were
Nosfera is better than the Phantom, man. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I never got into Phantom much.
It's huge in India, man. Holy cow! It's like Superman
The
and
Phantom
Batman
is.
over there. Yeah, huge time over there. That and Tintin is huge over there, and Asterix. Those were the three big comics over there. Back
That's
when I
like-
was going there.
That's like all the comics we could get here in Australia.
That might be part of it.
Nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
Yeah, Chemo seems to be very well read in comics.
We all are.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that well read, but if I wanted to be, I always could have been.
Mhm.
I just wasn't interested in it.
Yeah, I
was
mean,
just like my
Michael-
Spider-Man.
We all knew Michael grew up in an ivory mansion on the hills,
Ivory
What
Man.
hills?
surrounded by comic books.
The sand dunes.
Yeah, it sounds a bit like Mad Max.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rob was trying to get into
Zen with
Tashi
Tatooine.
Station to pick up some power converters.
Yeah.
These are different times. Haves and have-nots.
Mortal V says Rob is well read in picture books. Born with an ivory spoon in his hands. It's very true. He's had a very easy life. Bancroft, do you want to read this one from Dine Days to YouTube?
Bancroft didn't get into comics because he had a troop of servants act out the classics for him like White-Faced Dick. Man, those were the times. I miss my troop.
Mike, this is the best frog I've ever seen you draw.
Thank you, Rob. I'll take it. It's my
What
third
about-
frog. I mean, you imagine as you draw them, you get a bit more comfortable.
What happens when you hit like 100 frogs?
Oh, I think I got one more after this, and then that's it. There's
Hmm.
might be it for the frogs.
For the rest,
Ethan,
the rest of your
Ethan
life?
better be concerned, man. If you like keep going to 100, he may be in trouble.
I think he's safe.
Yeah. Are you aware of White Sands? Is that a popular book?
White Sands.
Jeez.
Black Sands is a cooler title.
I like White
What?
Sands.
Jesus.
God.
Mike, you have 2 minutes left to finish these frog legs.
Wait, I just drew a penis frog finger. I'm gonna
Whoa.
get rid of that.
Don't you wish you could draw like that, Mike?
Like what?
Good, like
Look, I could never get there, but I could probably give it a red hot crack. But
Oh,
Wait a
you know,
second.
it would take many years of relearning things, you know, and then at the end of it, I'd just be a wannabe Roquefort. So I'd rather just draw a comic and then have my own IP, and people know about that and they like reading it.
John says, Bancroft, Rob's just negging you. Stop falling for it. You have Mobix. You have 2 minutes left to finish these frog legs. Rob, you sound exactly like a young Bancroft admonishing his personal chef.
Wow.
Old Jean-Paul.
Jean-Paul.
Give him hell.
You know how I said this was the best frog you've drawn?
Yeah.
Can I take that back?
Damn.
The legs aren't working for me. Something wrong with those legs.
It's very hard to get reference of a frog leg
It is.
on the
They're
side
really
of a bucket.
To the interior.
Rob gives, then he takes away. He's a fickle mistress.
Oh, look, I guess.
I don't think it should have that bit on its back. Like it should just go down more.
No.
Frog,
This
that's
reminds
the
me of
shape of a frog, isn't it?
Yeah, this reminds me of Hypnotoad.
Oh, yeah, it does. Look, the frog is drawn. I've got a gazillion other things to draw, so I'll just be moving on from here. Thank you, everyone, with the frog suggestions. I'll just.
Are you feeling extra sensitive today?
No. Look, if I get panned by the Frog Society of Northern America for my depiction of this metaphorical dream frog, I'll just have to live with that.
We've gone past 2 hours, Bancroft. So if you can hit like and subscribe if you're not already done so, Bancroft would appreciate
and
it.
subscribe to Rob, subscribe to Phil, Zaid Comics, and subscribe to Shanten Jetty as well.